Oh, hello! Welcome to Gamers Breakfast, where I myself, SkojSkull, am joined with Jalbagel, co-host of this podcast, with Sky
Hello.
Sensei, who is our guest for today's podcast. Welcome your faces.
Hello.
Why was that opening so robotic?
I don't know. I was just like, I was thinking words, and it was on the fly, and I was just like, is this the right word? This is the right word. This is the next word. This is the next word.
You went right
Are these
into
the
it,
right
too.
words? Yeah, no, he really did. He just like jumped directly into. Well, so Skoy's done playing around, right? He's like, let's bang it out. We got this podcast to do. I got plans today. Let's knock it out, which I can appreciate.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So if you guys don't know Sky Sensei, I'm getting there. You don't know Sky Sensei. Sky is a fellow streamer, YouTuber, internet aficionado, just like the rest of us. Sky plays video games like Monster Hunter. That's how we know him. He also plays first-person shooters like other battle royales. Apex, Tarkov. Did you ever play PUBG?
Oh, back in the day.
Back in the
I don't
day.
stream anymore, but back in the day.
I don't think
Yeah.
anyone plays PUBG anymore. I haven't heard anything about PUBG.
PUBG doesn't exist anymore, actually.
Not really.
No clue.
It's just gone. I mean,
Which is a shame.
I mean, like,
It was a good game.
yeah. I'm assuming like no big people stream it at all
Oh,
anymore.
yeah. I think its viewership has been pretty consistent with just the big streamers now. That's it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
so that's Sky.
tell us about yourself a little
So-
bit and what you do. Well, hello.
So yeah, as Bagel mentioned, pretty much I still consider myself kind of a variety streamer. I've been playing a lot of Apex recently, kind of straying away a little bit from Monster Hunter just because I'm a little bit burnt out on the game. I've played a lot of it. We played a lot in the last 2.5 years or whatever that I've been streaming, and it's like time for a change, but still love the game. And I play some story games on the side. I've been playing through Dark Souls, which is fantastic. And other than that, I'm here to vibe on Twitch, and I also do make YouTube videos. I like to make tutorials. It's part of who I am, I guess. Part of why I named myself Sky Sensei in the first place, that I like to teach, something that we can probably delve into later on. But I do like to teach, so I make some tutorials and stuff like that for YouTube.
What?
Sky Sensei, IG teacher. It's like synonymous. No wonder why you made the insect glaive tutorial for Rise.
Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Makes perfect sense. He's already flying and flipping around in the sky with insect glaive. Sky.
Man's a genius.
It all just clicked. It's been there the entire time. Anyone else? Me? Just me? Cool.
I mean, I don't know. How'd you come up with
Sky-
the name?
Oh yeah, that's a better question than mine. Nope. No, you. All you, Skoy.
I'm just
Okay, repeat the question. Wait, I missed it. I heard half
your
of
name.
both
How'd you
questions.
come up with the name?
So my first part, so Sky actually is the meaning of my real life, my IRL name, I guess. Real life IRL.
What's your real name? I'm kidding.
Give us your real name, your address,
FBI,
your social security number.
Awesome. That's what this podcast is about.
Oh yeah, it's just
Exactly. We're
exposing
trying
people.
to steal your identity.
Yep.
But that's sort of where that came from. So like it kind of fits for me too. I've always had this like mindset of like, you know, like the saying like the sky is the limit kind of thing. That's kind of like where that's like my motto that I live by, so to say. And so I came up with Sky as the first part of it just because like it fit my name, and it's also like clear blue. Blue is my favorite color. So there was just a whole bunch of little things that kind of fit there. So I'm like, all right, I'll go with Sky. I also needed something to rhyme with, or like sort of flow with Sensei afterwards. That was the more bigger part that I was like, I need something to flow with Sensei, because as I mentioned, I like to teach. That's something I picked up in when I was doing my grad studies. Out of everything, I was doing research, I was teaching classes, I was TAing like different courses, and everything that I learned out of grad school, the main thing that I took away was that I like to teach. I think I had the most fun just either TAing or like writing up courses, writing up assignments, marking, helping students out. So I was like, I want Sensei to be in there because I'm also a big like anime fan. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna put Sky Teacher as my name, and Sensei just fit. And I'm a big nerd, so I needed something to go along with that.
When can we get it? When can we get into the anime portion of this podcast? Are we gonna?
No.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes. You mentioned
Bagels
anime.
like people leave.
John, come back.
Okay, I have a question though.
I have an answer.
It's not for you. Wait, so
Oh my gosh.
It's not for you. It's for school.
What's up?
All right, go on. Ask your question. I'm not offended. I promise.
a lot of people call Bagel like Bagel.
Mm-hmm.
You call him Jal.
Oh, it's because.
Is there a reason for that?
Well, I don't know. I like. I don't know.
A lot of people, like, I have people that call me Jal. I have people that call me Bagel. I have people that explicitly call me Jeremy.
I don't know. That's like, usually when I
respond to all
describe
of it.
people, then like
Fair.
or like talk to people like my family members because I tell them about this podcast here and there. But and I'm just like I say my friend Jal. I don't say my friend Bagel. So
Yeah.
So it's probably
It's a little bit easier to explain that Jal
yeah.
is a name and not Bagel is a name. It's like, this person calls himself Bagel?
Why is his name Bagel?
You take them seriously? They're your friend?
Now that you phrased it that way, I've never actually thought about it that way.
Yeah, so then they just stuck.
I like both,
I like
Mhm.
you.
personally. What? Let's go ahead, please. I'm not in public. I wasn't ready. I was talking about that on stream. It's like,
you were just
I
like,
remember I said something the other day on stream. It's like we've evolved away from like, you know, insulting each other to like
oh yeah,
complimenting each other
I remember
as like a burn now. So like the burn isn't like, oh, your mama's so fat. It's like the burn's not like, damn, you look good. And it's like, oh no, you can't say that. I'm self-deprecating. I can't accept that. Like, so the actual burn now is like, you know, telling people that they like look good or that they're attractive, that they're your friend or something like that. Because you know we're all too busy just being self-deprecating.
oh yeah. It's like,
It's
you
true
look
though.
fucking fine today. It's just like, whoa, not ready for that. All right.
Damn, Score, you looking good.
So aggressive.
That was
You're
very
right.
aggressive.
But what was your question, John? You're gonna lead to
My question for Sky, for our guest Sky Sensei, because I had a question. I had a question for Sky, but
I'm scared.
Skoy got his question. Scared of me? Look at this. You can't be afraid of this. So I actually no. I was curious. Which came first, the YouTube or the Twitch?
I technically started them at the same time, I think.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started streaming on Facebook first of all. So actually, I guess technically in
What?
chronological order, actually, Twitch came last. Yeah. Now that I think about that, so I took that as
Twitch
streaming.
came
but
last.
Twitch came last. I started streaming on Facebook as a first sort of like streaming platform. That was just almost 2 years ago now, and that was when that platform was just growing. I think like the only big streamers that were there were like Stone Mountain 64 and Darkness 429. I don't know if you guys know them, but they're like big FPS streamers. But they're the only ones that grew that channel or that platform. So to say, and there's probably a couple others that I don't know. I know there were some GTA streamers as well, and probably some other COD streamers, but that was really about it. But so I started streaming on Facebook, and that was my brother, and so we kind of started just putting YouTube videos because I watched Stone Mountain a lot, and I just took from him that he had a Facebook stream, he had 2 YouTube channels, right? He had his Twitter, his Instagram, all that. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna try and like mimic that because it seems like it's working for him. It might work for me, so to say. And I mean, 2 years later, now we know like a lot more. It's more common knowledge that you have to diversify on different platforms if you want to grow, so to say.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I started with that, and I started that channel as like just highlights. You know, the easiest thing you can do, you know, is take a stream, cut it up, right? Good moments, bad moments, put it into a video, right, and things like that. And so I started with those. I started with montages, which took hours of editing. Like, oh my god, so many hours go into like the small minute details of editing, like montages, and then I would put some full games, so to say, of like Overwatch. That was the first thing I used to stream, and then I got introduced to Monster Hunter, and that's kind of where the streams took over.
Okay.
Because when I started playing Monster Hunter, I didn't know what to make for YouTube videos. I had no idea at all, so I started streaming Monster Hunter on Facebook, and I was like, "Oh, these are cool hunts." And I did put out a few YouTube videos. Like I put out my first ever hunt against Anjanath, and like the first ever hunt against Deviljho and
Nice.
Nergigante, and it was pretty late. Like Iceborne was coming, I think, like in less than a year when I started this. So like we were already way into base game. So nobody watched the videos, of course, because it was like, well, I didn't know at the time. I thought, oh, Nergigante, this is really cool. This is a cool hunt. And then I find out
This is gonna be a great video.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And like, I find out you have to hunt him 10 billion times to like get everything. So I was like, oh, people have done this over and over again.
Yeah.
Welcome to Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Why and Facebook gaming?
Yeah,
That's what I want to know.
Like, how was it? What do you do?
So
how's it organized?
How does any of this work? Because I know when I like looked up Facebook gaming once, because my friend sent me a message on Facebook Messenger and was like, I'm streaming on Facebook gaming right now, and it was like his actual like Facebook account, like so his full name was there, his address was there, like everything was there, and I'm just like,
oh boy,
they let this happen. So that's like what I'm curious. Like, did you have to like make an alt account for your online persona?
I did, and they didn't really have gaming name. I think nowadays they have gaming like channels, so to say. But back then it was just a page. You know how like you could set up a page. Like back in the day, we used to set up like groups or a page for like events or something.
Yeah,
that's kind of how it was.
Photography back in the day.
Yeah, cool things like that. So that's what I had to set up, and you were allowed to stream off of that page. But yeah, so like you set it up as a page and you stream off of that, and it doesn't show any of your personal information, but there's always a risk because like it's Facebook and like you have to switch. You don't switch accounts, it's the same email address, but you have to switch like which profile, so to say, you're using when you're commenting on things. And back then it was really wonky. Like you could comment on certain posts with your gaming page, but other posts you couldn't. So you had to be very careful with which one you had and which ones were enabled. And obviously, like mobile was always behind as usual. Mobile just sucks for every app. But
except Twitter.
Except Twitter, actually, that's true.
Oh, really?
The only thing that Twitter needs to add is being able to schedule your tweets on Twitter.
Yes.
That's it.
I need that.
Oh my god.
And then the app would be perfect.
Literally, why can that not be added? Like, why haven't they added it?
I don't know.
I don't know why they haven't done it.
All right, I'm gonna tweet them right now.
Yeah, ask Twitter, man. DM them something.
Also ask for a check mark.
Ask for a check mark?
Yeah, ask for a check mark too.
It's like, hey, I have a very small channel, make monster can check mark?
At least 30 people know me. Because I remember I had a community page on Facebook for my stream when I first started. I was like, you know, I understood that when I started, I was like, yes, you need to like diversify your reach. You need to like do all of that still. And when I was like, because I started like right after I graduated college, like a year after that, and so like Facebook was still kind of a thing, but not really. I look at Facebook as now the boomer social media, and I only use it for Messenger, and that's it.
I mean, you can live stream yourself doing
me.
Crosswords. And
Apparently, yeah. No, I mean, that'd be great. I can live stream myself doing Sudoku. That'd be awesome.
Hell yeah.
But I made that page.
Jalbagel's retirement plan, ladies and gentlemen.
Hell yeah.
Well, so I made that page. Gonna move over to Facebook gaming.
No. I made that page, and then I found out something from someone in my community. This was like way before, you know, I think I was at like still like a 5 average, right? And one of my friends messaged me like, is this you? And they sent me like my Facebook page. I was like, yeah, that's like the Facebook page for it. And they're like, Facebook is like publishing all of your personal information for the account that actually made this. I was like, what are you talking about? So I thought I turned all that stuff off, like, because there's a privacy like filter that you can turn on when you make a page and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, hide my personal information. No, doesn't work. And so they were able to see the person, my main personal Facebook account that made that page, and they were just able to go and see everything, my email address, my phone number, my house. It was terrifying. And so I immediately deleted it. I just got rid of it instantaneously. But the nice thing is that at that time, that community, that group was only like my Facebook friends, right? Like, it wasn't, I didn't have a public reach. I actually really still to this day don't really know how to get a public reach on Facebook. It's not like, quite like Twitter, where you see the likes of people that you follow, right? On Facebook, you can only see things that people, I don't even know. I guess it's called sharing. I don't even know. I don't remember what Facebook calls. I haven't used Facebook in
terrifying. I actually have a few community pages that I need to get rid of. I have no idea how to get rid of them.
Yeah, no, I mean, and it took me a few hours.
Really?
It has come a long way. Like that privacy thing does work now. I think I know the one you're talking about, but like,
yeah, and I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
But
back in the day, it was like that.
My biggest thing is that Facebook isn't designed for like public growth, right? Because Facebook has always been kind of, add your friends, like keep in touch with your friends, the people in your life that you know. I've never seen it like something like Twitter, where it's like literally any interest can come up in front of me, and that person could be like from the other side of the world, but it's an interest that I like, and so I'll follow them. I've never had that on Facebook. It's only ever been things relevant to the people that I am friends with on Facebook. So that's why I got rid of it, because I didn't see it as a platform of growth. I saw it as a platform of like community, which is still good, right? Like it works kind of like an offline Discord, right? It's like you can only find it if you know where to look, and it's relevant to the people that want to stay in touch with you, versus Twitter, where you just follow everyone.
Yeah.
I would say it's a little bit different now.
Probably.
So like, I think they've really started promoting like pages and things like that. So if you are a creator or someone, like, I think a lot of big creators have a Facebook page now, and it's sort of like the same idea that you see their posts and their like quote unquote tweets, but just like posts on Facebook and stuff. And they even have verified like creators now as well. Like they get the little check mark and all, and it's a little bit more official. You can follow them. You'll get their updates and things like that. They have refined it quite a bit.
Right. Feels a lot more like Twitter and Instagram now.
Yeah.
Exactly. And they did a whole overhaul, I think, of the layout as well, that it actually does look more like Twitter. You just scroll through like posts and stuff instead of seeing all the extra stuff you used to see on the side of like groups and, like study groups that you used to be part of, and like friend groups and invites and things like that. They've really cleaned it up, clutter free a little bit. They still have the groups and stuff, but I think they've really started promoting gaming as a separate channel. They've promoted watching, which is just all videos and things that creators make, and then the pages themselves. So they've cleaned up. It's been like a lot of work in the last 4 to 5 years, I guess. Yeah, that they've been going.
Do you still use Facebook?
Just a little bit to post, just my videos and stuff that I publish. That's
for
really
your personal account or for your online account?
Oh no, just my online account. Yeah, my personal account doesn't do much at all. I don't use it. Like I have friends that I could connect with, but at the same time, like I think for friends, most people have moved to Instagram at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is that Instagram is the better Facebook now? It's so much better for sharing like moments of your life.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Facebook it hit this like rhythm for me where it was like, I don't see anything relevant to me anymore. I don't see anything relevant to my friends anymore. Yeah. And sharing a post is not easy. The only reason I use Facebook is for Facebook Messenger. That's it.
That's pretty much it for me too. Like I barely go on Facebook in general, most because it's a lot of ranty and depressing shit for me, at least. And like I just avoid it like whenever I see it, because I don't. I want my day to be happy. I don't want.
Right? I want to be in a good mood
Yeah, I
today.
wanna be
I don't
in a
want to feel
good
like
mood.
shit.
Exactly. But I do upload I update my profile picture just to let people know. Yeah, I'm alive still, not dead. All right, now I'm gonna go hide again for
I
2
haven't
years.
done that.
Yeah.
my like it's gotten to this point that I don't get birthday wishes on Facebook anymore. Doesn't happen.
I still
That's
do.
how
I'm barely on
that's
there.
how out of touch I am on Facebook. Like none of my cousins, like none of my family, none of the like my close friends that still follow
Oh
me.
no.
It's because they all text me or like they'll all
Yeah.
message me in a
Oh,
different
fair.
way. Those are
Oh,
the
yeah.
only people that are going to
Okay,
be doing
yeah,
that anyways. So like the
Yeah.
other people that'd be a part of are like friends from like high school and college that I just don't talk to anymore.
Exactly. I mean, I feel like with social media, it's a lot of, like, even with Facebook, like I've seen like for some of my friends that have over like 1,000 friends. I'm like, do you even talk to any of these people? Like,
No,
why?
obviously not.
Like, why does Facebook or like even Instagram need to be places where it's just like, if we're using it just for like friends, not really, to growth? Why do you need like over 1 million friends to be like, hey, I'm popular? Da, da, da. I'm like, why?
don't even know.
I don't know. That's just introvert me talking, I guess. I
can relate
He's
to
out
that.
here shaming the people with thousands of followers while he has a couple hundred.
We just don't know what it's like to have millions of friends. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't you have friends, Skoy? Gosh.
Oh my gosh.
No, but I get that. It doesn't seem
Yeah.
like any rhyme or reason. Like, because I remember like back in high school, it was such a big thing to have all of these, like all these friends on Facebook. Like, oh, how many friends do you have? I'm like, I don't know, 30. It's like, oh, I got 6,000. It's like, how? Like,
Why?
there aren't even 6,000 people in this school. Who do you know? You're 18.
Exactly. Well, not only that, but it's kind of scary if you think about it in that way, because like you said, like people can see your personal information whenever you post and stuff too. So having that many friends,
Yeah, like the time in high school for me where it was the senior graduation and one of the people threw a party at their house at prom and decided that it was a really good idea just to throw an open invitation out on Facebook to like 10,000 people. I didn't go.
Yeah, no,
You probably missed something bad.
Oh no, I got pictures. I heard about it. It was something, but no, that's awful. That's idiotic. They're literally like a party at my house after prom. Parents aren't here. Here's my address to 10,000
God.
people. Could you imagine? No.
No.
Fun fact, I had my prom after party at my house, but I only invited my close friends. So it was a lot safer. It was a lot better. We actually had a good time. We
That's
all
good.
fell asleep dying at like 5 in the morning, but that's okay.
We rented a hotel room. That was our plan. We
How
rented
did
a
that go?
hotel
Good idea.
room. We
My
went
parents
to
didn't like it.
We went to a hotel room for one night. You had 6 of these 18-year-olds walking in, each one carrying 2 suitcases and a cooler. And we're like, yes, we are staying the night here at the hotel. And they just look at us, look at our attire, because we all just got back from prom, and they're just like, just don't fuck up the room.
What?
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh. Were you a party animal?
Me? No, God, no.
No?
My friends were.
Oh, okay.
I got
Sky?
dragged into all that stuff.
Sky?
Oh no, I
thought it was just like
was not.
Yeah.
I was enjoying Bagels nodding.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Nodders,
I thought you were like just kind of hiding the fact that you were a party animal. I'm like, Sky.
No, I was a very closed out, but like I also used to do a lot of swimming. Like I used to swim competitively, so like
Oh, wow,
I was
shit.
actually the opposite in high school. Like I was swimming 14 to 16 hours a week. So like
Jesus.
schools, like before school started, I'd wake up at 4. This is the crazy part. Now I go to bed at like 4, but I used to wake up at 4, go to practice, go to school, go back to practice, and these are like an hour and a half
thanks.
practices. And then I go home, do homework, sleep, do it all again the next day, 5 days a week,
But I didn't
and
do
then
sports.
Saturdays was like
Wow.
extra. So like I missed out a lot of social things because like everyone was like, let's go hang out at the mall after school, and I'm like, I got practice.
Oh yeah, I feel that.
Oh no, I can't. I have to go practice not drowning.
Like basically all my years of school has been me doing martial arts afterwards. So it's like I feel you on there, where it's just like
That's cool.
there's No social time.
Yeah, there was no social time plus homework. Like,
Is it normal to do this kind of shit, dude? I went home.
Like for me, it was
I
like
did that in elementary school, middle school, maybe.
Go. Oh yeah. I did that
Go
my
straight home.
entire life. Just went home after school. Weird. Who does that?
Oh my gosh. It wasn't until like senior year of high school, or like junior, senior year of high school, when I started like finally opening up, and then I started hanging out with people, and I went to a few parties here and there. I wasn't a party animal, but it was just like, me going to parties means I'm there, but there's also a section where like some of my friends are playing video games and kind of chilling with League of Legends. So I
there
joined
it
them in
is.
that.
Nodders on that one.
Yeah.
I'm with the nerds.
I'm surprised I even had friends after high school. Like, just I'm surprised. Two of my best friends, one of them lived like across the street from the school, so he's my best friend only because he was also a gamer, and we had lunch hour at the same time in grade 9.
Hell yeah.
I met him, and he's like, "I've got video games back at home." I'm like,
Which is
"Hell
across
yeah."
the street.
Across
Say
the
less.
street. So like, say no more. We went across the street, just sat in his like basement for like an hour of lunch, and then went back to class and like almost missed
Dude,
class.
hell yeah. They
but-
let you leave the campus for lunch? What the
Oh
fuck?
Yeah.
no,
yeah.
they did it. We went out the back door and
Oh.
went separate ways and went around. Like,
Okay.
we weren't supposed to leave, but we did it anyway.
I drove past my old high school last week. Or not last week. Oh yeah, it was last
no.
week. Holy shit.
Was it good
I drove past my
memories?
old high school last week. I mean, my high school experience was fine.
Yeah.
Was a white nerd, so like I was Gucci. No, I drove past it and I forgot how much of a prison it looks like.
Mhm. Yeah.
It has like an 8-foot fence going around the whole thing.
Yeah.
with
Oh my god.
Why
wire
does
at the
every
top.
school look like a prison? Why is every school just
Because
like a
the
brick?
kids want to get out. We want to leave, but they want to keep us in.
It's like a brick.
There was-
Like every school is like a brick house. Fucking like it's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go on.
Mausoleum.
I'm trying to like figure out how to like word
Schools
things.
are made
here.
of brick.
Yeah.
Nodders.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? They don't look appealing at all. They just look like a house with
No,
like
they look
very nice
awful.
layout and everything. It's just like, bro, we're a freaking like prison. We're gonna keep you here. You leave at this time.
Yeah. My
And
senior
then you have
year,
to get
I
out.
had
You can't even stay. You have to get out.
my senior year, I had we did block scheduling, so like you'd have like your even classes on one day and your odd classes on another. So like my senior year, both my 6th and 7th period, I had free periods, so I could go home early, and then I had the late lunch, so that means I had the early 5th period. So like my day was done at like noon every
Wow.
day. It was awesome.
What?
But I remember that year as my senior year, and I remember that because they instituted this new rule that you had to like show your ID to get in and out of the school.
Oh no.
I don't live in a good county for schools. Like it's kind of rough here. But I just remember every single day I would have to go up to the same dude, and he was like, ID. I'm like, dude, I leave here every single day. Every day I leave.
You know
at
who
this
I am.
time. You know, we have been doing this for at least 100 days. He's like, ID. I'm like, but it felt like we were being trapped there, right? Like schools
yeah.
have always
Yeah.
just felt like you're just being trapped inside of them, and like that's the thing that I always advocated for. Like when I was in schools, like I always try to advocate for us to have more freedom. There was one point where we couldn't like leave the courtyard or the cafeteria for lunch. Like we couldn't go anywhere else. And what I like to do was go to one of my teachers' classrooms because it's inside in the AC and Florida's fucking hot. It's away from everyone, and I can like it was my next class too, so like it just made sense. My teacher's like, you can always come in here. I'm like, awesome. And I remember that I got suspension for like doing that. I got suspended for doing that. So they took me out of class just for leaving the courtyard area. I was like, you realize that making rules like this that like restricts how we can just operate as people is going to make us want to act out more. It's how children work. We want to be shits.
Oh,
Like, if you-
100%.
Yeah.
It was like it made no sense. So that lasted all of like I think like 3 months because there was more or less a riot.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
But
not like things like that. Like I see exactly what you're talking, because that happened in my school too. That like especially in middle school for me, you weren't allowed to go and like even see your teachers at lunch. Like I get teachers need time off as well. That's fair, right? But if a teacher says you can come and see them, like
Oh yeah, if they
you
say
should be
that.
allowed to do
Yeah.
it, right? And, like I would tell like the supervisors in the hall, like, hey, I'm just going to see my teacher. She says, okay. It's like, no, you got to go outside for lunchtime right now. It's lunch hour. Go outside. I'm like,
Get hot.
I just want
Get
to
hot,
sit
though.
inside.
Yeah.
It wasn't even hot for me. Yeah, it's hot for you. And it's just for me, I was like, I want to study. I want to maybe like, I want to get some extra help with this. And they're like, no, you got to be outside right now. And I wasn't allowed to go. I'm like,
The
Get
fuck?
out there and eat your peanut butter and jelly sandwich, Sky.
Sky.
Weird that they called you Sky in middle school.
Oh yeah, they used to call me SkojSkull back in middle school.
They called me Bagel.
Oh my
the
god.
funny thing is that goes back to my name, because my name means Sky. So
Oh,
like they
okay.
actually did call me Sky. Just
Oh, shit,
in
okay.
IRL version.
They just call you full name, SkySensei.
That's cheating. Yeah. Just call you the whole thing. They call you twitch.tv/SkySensei. Weird. It's what your parents named you. Strange.
Yeah, so strange. It's like I was born for this.
I'm gonna name my
He's
next
doing it.
child XX Dragon Lord XX.
Do it. You won't.
No, well, I mean, didn't like fucking Elon Musk already do that with his kid? He named his
Elon Musk's child's name is an amalgamation of letters and figures from like other languages, but apparently part of it's like a math equation that they like.
I'm like Googling this right now because I actually don't know what his
Fucking
child's name is.
weirdos.
Yep, his
Elon
child's
Musk
name.
is a modern day supervillain.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I feel like that's also.
It's impronounceable. You can't say
can't
it.
How do you
say
say
it.
that?
I don't know.
You.
What?
You. That's it. You can't say it. It's not pronounceable. It doesn't mean anything.
So it's just you.
Just point at him.
Just
Oh,
staring at him.
oh, that's what you meant. I thought you
You
meant
get
the
over here.
pronunciation was you.
No, it is not. You're just telling him to come here. Come here.
Just you here now, please. It's like my name. No, come here.
Oh my god.
What do you do if you're that teacher? You see that name, you just go, printer error. Whoops.
Oh, he's gonna get
Weird.
bullied in school.
That would be so embarrassing just
No.
to ask in front of the class, like, excuse me,
That
what's your
kid's not gonna get
actual
bullied.
name? I
Oh, he's
think the
absolutely
printer
gonna get
made, like, a
bullied.
thing.
That child is more well known than the three of us combined will be in our entire lives.
Fair point.
Like, they're never gonna get bullied because they already, you know who they are. Oh, that's the unpronounceable one. They're the offspring of Muskie and I don't remember what's her name? I don't remember.
I mean, like,
their
I
name.
think you might still get bullied. It just might be a different form of it. And
There's no possible way.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, how do you get bullied like that? Like, I'm thinking about like how I was bullied, which in middle school. If you're that human being, you already know that they're just doing it because they're jealous.
that's
Right.
true.
You just already know. It's like Elon Musk, dude. I'm going to space for fucking spring break. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You can't touch me.
Dude,
Well, that's what I
imagine.
mean. Like, they're going to be bullied out of just pure jealousy, right? It probably
Yeah.
won't, hopefully doesn't get to them. Like, as a kid, you never
Yeah,
know. though.
hopefully.
Like,
Mm.
sometimes, like, monetary value, whatever your dad has, like, you never know, right?
There's no possible way they're put in a school in which they can be bullied. There's no
That's
way
also
this
true.
child has a normal upbringing. It's
No.
impossible.
I don't know. That's gonna be
Good luck.
interesting. Good luck.
Unpronounceable one.
Yeah.
You got it.
Oh, man.
There's no shot.
Oh man. I was gonna say. My brain.
Segways are weird.
No.
What do you mean?
No, it's just I said no like that because it's just like, you know, when you have a thought and it's like there for like the entire time and it's just that's
Did
why I
you
was like,
lose it?
yeah, when I said no, I was just like, no.
Oh
No, you
poor,
can
poor
feel it leaving
Skoy.
his, like, brainwaves.
It's just dripping out of his ear.
Get back.
Get back in there, you little. Segways are weird. Hey, Skoy, how's TikTok going? Nailed it.
I
Got it
nailed
for one.
it.
Jump from school to TikTok. Sure, I'll take it.
Man, we got so derailed. There was no way to pull that back. I'm looking at my notes. And I'm like, high school's not on here.
Well, I mean, we
I don't know,
those
man.
could transition
The podcast
till
takes
then.
us wherever we go.
Oh yeah, it does. But we had like Facebook, and then we talked about friends, and then we talked into high school, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, no.
And then now
that was all good segue.
And then now we're just gonna
Heartbreak.
blockade that, and then
Doesn't that part of the podcast is now quarantined? It's behind the wall. We're safe now.
Yes. I mean, TikTok is going well, yeah. I've been back into it recently because I say a lot of weird shit online, so I just form into
Damn straight you
TikToks. My mods bully me
Good.
all the time.
As they should.
So, one of my mods, I give them full control of the channel. They have full control over stream elements.
No.
Oh man.
So, what they do is that they make compilations of all the lewd things I've said unintentionally and make it into a like compilation video. So when you do !pow lewd as a mod, it pops up on the stream of the compilation of all.
Oh god.
Oh no. That's pretty great.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty good. I gotta say.
That's awesome. That's content.
oh yeah. So like everyone loves it whenever I get bullied. It's fun. Honestly, I enjoy it. Not like that,
Exactly.
but like it's funny.
Well, maybe like that.
No, not like that.
So is the bell choker still sitting on your desk?
Mod check. What?
Yeah.
It's still there.
It's still there. I don't like it. It's just there because people keep on asking about it. So I'm like, Bell.
Comment section. You decide.
Oh my gosh. Should I just put it on now? No one asked.
No.
It was just like
Yeah, nobody asked. It's always like, can I put it on? Do I put it on? Should I put it on? It'd be funny if I put it on, right?
I think it'd be really funny if I put it on right.
It'd be really funny if I put it on.
Oh boy.
Nobody wants you to. All right, it sounds like you guys want me to put it on.
Nobody asked for this, but
That's why I'm always really suspicious when Skoj tweets out like, "Chat picked this bikini for me," and it's literally lingerie. It's like, did they?
dude, I don't know how you did that. Like, holy,
Wore
let
it.
chat pick and wore it,
Let
but,
chat
like,
pick.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that's the bigger mistake.
well, like I look at the links and then I'm just like I don't show every link on stream because there's a few links that I'm just like I literally cannot show this on stream. I'm going to get banned.
Porn. Nope.
Exactly. There's even been like some bikinis or like one pieces that are just like it's like a bare chest man with a speedo, but it's like a one piece for like a woman.
Let's go.
And I'm just like I cannot
hammock.
show this.
Hey, it covers the nips. You're good.
It shows more nips and chest. I don't know. Fucking.
that count?
Like the full like the hold on. So Borat. The speedo that he wears, it goes like over his like shoulders
Oh my
and like
God.
around his crotch. You could position that in a way where it covers your nips.
I'm not wearing that on stream.
Well, it's also not a bikini,
risque.
so that's fair.
Exactly. Also, never wearing bottoms, so I'm the hope. No, you cannot convince me. People are just like, so when are you wearing bottoms?
I saw someone the other day that they said that they would put on. They were doing like a hot tub stream, and they were like, if like someone like donates this much, like I'll put on a speedo. All right, it happened. And they put the speedo on over top of their board shorts that they were wearing. I thought it was pretty funny.
No, that's actually pretty good.
I thought that was funny.
Oh my goodness. I did that with the bikini top when I first started streaming. Like, I'm not streaming, but like I put the bikini top over my t-shirt. So,
That's the only way. I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable with this, so I wouldn't do that.
I'm not either.
Says the man who's done it.
Wear bottoms, right, Skoj?
Oh, I did not.
How many times?
Like, I don't know how many times I've done it, but like I'm never comfortable with it. I try to do it like for like I'll do this until I hit partnership on Twitch, just to be like it's not a partner push. But I thought it was just like it'd be funny if like I could say I hit partnership while wearing a bikini top.
Story.
Yeah. But then yeah, no, I got uncomfortable like after like the first few weeks. I think I did it the first few weeks. I'm like, no, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
You did it for a while. You did.
You did do it for a while.
Kudos.
I was super uncomfortable. like every
I
stream.
mean, I'd say kudos for doing the thing that you're more comfortable with, which is stopping. Like, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, for my own
That's
mental
hard because
health.
I know chat ramps it up quite a bit, and like we all love it because it's good entertainment for sure. But you gotta do what you're comfortable with too.
So TikTok?
Oh,
TikTok.
Yeah, we both, you and I have been both been posting on TikTok, Sky. How's TikTok been going for you?
It's been okay. Like it's definitely an adventure. Like some of the things that I've learned from TikTok, like even like watching yours, and I've seen Johnny doing quite a bit of TikTok as well, and others as well. I've found it like, I don't know if this is just me, but like, have you guys seen anyone like successful like without a face cam? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I found it so hard to like connect with people and like make things on TikTok without a face cam. Like,
you really have to have another like grab factor, right?
Yeah.
And that's the really unfortunate thing, that like most people, they use a face cam because it's really easy for an audience member, a viewer, or whatever, to like grab on entirely based on, you know, appearance.
yeah,
It's really easy to do that, you know, either like they like how they look, they think they're attractive, or they just resonate with that person because they you know, think they're similar. Right? Like that, making that connection's a lot easier, especially when I just like look directly into the camera and, you know, it's like
it's already intimate.
Right there in the room with you.
I mean? Yeah.
exactly.
And so when you don't have the face cam, it does become a lot more like game centric and commentary centric, and how you spin that is really important.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
It's difficult.
It is very difficult.
That's been my challenge with TikTok right now. It's just like I've been trying to, because the other half I've seen is like, you know, you'll make a nice little video with like good music, some slow motion aspects, something like that. It's something cool to see, kind of like that, or focus, little like words on top if there's like a funny moment, some sort of text. So I've been playing around with that, trying to make things more interactive so that something is always happening, right? Because without the face cam, there's nothing for the people to sort of say focus directly on. And we've seen gameplay, like gameplay at some point gets repetitive. Everyone does the same things over time, and like once in a blue moon, someone does like something spectacular, right? So yeah, I've really been playing around with adding extra elements to the TikToks, but it's tough. It definitely is a platform that I've struggled with right now, just because I feel like, and I tell myself, like, some days I wish like maybe I should just do the face cam, like get it. I feel like I would have some good reactions. Like I've been practicing, don't get me wrong, like nobody has seen my face yet, guys. No one has. But when I'm in my room, when I'm streaming, I will like pretend there's a camera. I even know where it's gonna go, like right over my third monitor here. And like I have been practicing that. Like I will look that direction, I will point to it. Like I'm getting used to it. The idea of it, like more comfortable with that. And
I have a question.
But some days I just wish I had it already.
Is this something you want to do? Do you want to have face cam? Because there are like, I don't know, like there's some people like just don't feel comfortable like showing their face and everything. And I know you're not really fully comfortable with it yet, but like I'm just wondering, is this something you want to do, or is it something that you feel like you need to force yourself to do? Because that's, I don't know, like I feel like you don't need to force yourself to show your face if you don't want to.
That's true. And I've taken, like I started streaming, and like my biggest role model was someone named Tomographic. He's an FPS streamer, and him and Aculite, there's two guys. They're really like stellar guys. They don't hype things up. They're very chill. They're very calm when they play shooter games, and they just talk. They never showed their face at all on stream or on YouTube videos, and they're very successful. And so like I thought that that's something that I would like to embody. And for me personally, it's because I'd say I grew up as a kid that really got bullied based on my looks. Right? That just part of me, I've grown up with so many years of just people like bullying me. And it's I'm not gonna say like I'm like, I don't know, like I don't consider myself ugly, so to say, or anything like that. I don't self-hate on that. I love how I look. I love how I am.
That's great.
But it's just a thing that I think, I guess I've grown up with that fear, and like showing myself on the internet is probably the epitome of that. Like if I could overcome that, I'm never gonna have to worry again. But like that is like the scariest point. Like if you want to be judged, put your face on the internet. Like that's just a known thing.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I would love to. I'm growing into it slowly, and just because I think like I've changed my mindset now from like being afraid of being judged to more so if I have a face cam, I could make my content more entertaining. I think the people that love me and watch me, I think they would have a better time. And that's sort of what I'm trying to like surround my mindset around. It's just I'm not doing it or I'm not doing it because I might be judged. I'm doing it because the people that actually want to see it will be happy to see it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, I talked with other people about this too. And like, there was another person, By Barrel. He was like really nervous about showing. Yeah, love the guy. He was really nervous about showing his face too, and he finally did it. I think it was a Just Dance stream or something.
Yeah, he did a Just Dance stream.
Yeah, and that was like showing your face for the first time and doing a Just Dance. I feel like that's a lot. But,
that's a lot.
Yeah, and I'm
really
really
putting stuff out there.
Oh yeah, I'm really proud of him, and like he was able to do, and since then he's been doing more, like a few more streams after that where he was showing his face. And yeah, I don't know, like like I said, it's entirely up to you whether you want to show your face or not. There are different ways to go about it, but I don't know, for me it would be really cool because I've known you for a while and it'd be interesting to put a face behind the voice or the cat.
Something for me is the cat, I guess.
Yeah,
I've also been interested in VTubing, but we can get to that in a little bit. But back on the face cam,
VTuber Sky.
Ooh.
It'd be Hamtaro, or Taro, not copyrighting Nickelodeon here.
Oh.
Ham Space Taro.
Ham Space Taro, not Ham Taro.
First name Ham, last name Taro, but like the Japanese style where the first name is the family name and the last name is their name.
Yeah.
So, the second name is their. So it's Ham Space Taro, but you'd call him Tar. We get it.
Yeah. Just going a long tangent about it. Just
don't mind me.
This is a big explanation.
Just chaos all the time.
At least the defense was ready to make arguments.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, the face cam, like one thing that I've been promoting a lot on my Twitter is like staying healthy. Like Skoj, you've been doing a lot of running. I know that. I know.
Yeah.
Bagel, you've been trying to work out. I don't know how's that going.
My weight bench. I don't give a fuck. My weight bench is now a hat rack.
Oh no!
All of my hats are sitting on it.
Man.
No, I haven't touched my weights or my bench or my mat or done any sort of exercise in.
After this, go.
Sky, when did I go back to work full time again?
Fair.
Yeah, that's when I stopped.
Okay.
I was just like back in here and I was like, I don't feel like doing anything. I did go for a bike ride the other day though, because I got a bicycle.
That's exercise as a form.
It was probably like, I'd say like 15 minutes. Felt like shit.
You get a mountain bike or a road bike?
Oh yeah.
It's got two wheels and it pedals. It's got gears. It's got a couple gears. One side has 1 through 3, and the other side has 1 through 8.
Yeah.
Sounds like a mountain bike then.
It's a bike. It do go forward.
I'm proud of you.
It doesn't go backwards. It doesn't really like the backwards.
That's a good
forwards,
step.
It does really, really well.
Yeah. I mean, I've been working out and doing stuff in the gym and then going out for runs when I can, kind of thing.
And you kind of have to stay in shape now too with doing rad now, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like before, I was happy. I was like already involved in working out before I went to rad. Because if I just didn't work out and then go into rad, that
would have hurt.
Oh yeah,
that would have hurt.
It hurt anyways because we did a lot of leg stuff, which was like
hurts.
Oh no,
which was painful. Oh yeah, for those listening to the podcast right now, rad is. I don't think I ever explained this on the podcast.
No, I'm not on the podcast. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What rad is, it means rape, aggression, defense. It is for women's self-defense, and I was training to be an instructor a few months ago. A month ago.
It was less than that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, wow. I don't remember.
No shot.
But I got accepted to be an instructor, so we're going to start training a class. I think it's like up to 11, 14 people or so.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this October. So I'm really excited to kind of get started and do teach people different forms of self-defense, and it's going to be awesome. I'm excited.
That is
Yeah.
really cool. I will say that is amazing that you're doing something not just for yourself, right? It's a good experience for you, right?
Yeah.
Especially as a content creator, like I can already see the benefits of just being able to like reach out to people, help them out, teach them certain things. Like I can see that benefiting you as a content creator alone, right? But just
Yeah.
doing that and taking time out of your day for others is just so nice.
Thanks. Yeah. I mean, it was like it's also another form of faith for me, which is nice. Like I've been looking for like side jobs here and there, while doing this as well. And my dad is also an instructor for there. He like was like, you could do this. I'm like, absolutely, let's do it. So
Absolutely, yes.
yeah, so something that I love, which is martial arts, I've been doing for like 8 years. So being able to get like back into that was really nice. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But going back into what we were talking about with Sky, what was it? Health? Yes, health. You started working out recently.
I was talking like, yeah, using the face cam for health as well. Like that was one thing that I've sort of been doing. Like I've pretty much teased every part of my body except the face at this point.
Dude, you're just
Twitter, we can patch you together using all the pictures that you posted on Twitter except your face.
Just put every time the face is there, I put Michael Scott's like face picture on it. But...
You should post like a picture of your hand every now and then. Just post a picture of your shoulder. Just
I've done that. That's
We're gonna get all the pieces of SkySenseivb eventually, and we'll summon him. It'll be too powerful for the whole internet to handle.
Oh my gosh! Someone has
saying, like,
a picture of the face, and like we're just waiting for that whole collection.
Yeah,
just
we're
to
just
put it piece it together.
There is one person that has seen me, and
Your mother.
I'm not gonna. No, like from the stream community.
Oh,
I'm
lying. Got it.
Call them out. I'm gonna reach out to
my
them.
mother has seen me. I think. I don't know. I've been in my room for many days.
Hiding.
Yeah.
Flourishing.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah, whenever that happens, I'm excited to see it. But you've been involved in like really working out, and it was really cool to like kind of see your progress too. Like you've been talking about it here and there, and I'm just like, hell yeah. I'm proud of you, dude. That's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
I remember on my stream, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna start working out. And Sky's like, yeah, me too. And then I dropped it. And Sky's still going. That was a couple
months back.
That was a year ago, Sky. That was during quarantine. God. That was a year ago, because I like literally I hard leaned into it because I bought the bench and I bought the weights and I bought all that shit.
Wow.
And I did that for like 4 months, and then I stopped doing it because I had to go back into the office. Hey. But like that was like literally a year ago, right? Like,
oh my god,
that started in April of last year. It's September of the next year.
Can this be over? Can we just like can we just?
It's not gonna. I don't want to bring this up, but it's never gonna be over.
Yeah, no, I don't want to bring.
Welcome to the new floor.
It's the new
The new norm.
We're still like my area as well is still opening up, so to say. Like we're still not fully open. I think we're like 80% open right now, and like vaccines are still going, all that stuff. But yeah, like it's scary. I go out and I'm like, I don't want to be here. Yep. Like meeting people in real life now is scary. I'm just
makes me so anxious.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and this is a big thing, I guess, that's come out with mental health for this. Like a lot of people have probably developed social anxiety now.
Yeah,
because of this COVID.
I see like all over TikTok as well, especially like right when it happened. Like a lot of people did not know like how to handle it. It was very interesting. And like it was interesting. So for me, I was just like, I'm a little bit of a social bird. Like I would go out and hang out, but then like once that was cut off, I'm like, my mental health is draining.
I
didn't do anything anyways. My life did not change. It was amazing.
Oh, mine actually got better. So I'm the rare case that actually I enjoyed the quarantine. Like I think my social batteries were like on the negatives by the time COVID hit. Like I'd just been pushing myself for the last 3 years, and when COVID hit, it gave me so much time to recharge and just also just kind of heal myself a little bit, which I'm thankful for in that sense. Of course, like COVID is a terrible thing, but like it opened my mind. There was a silver lining there for me.
Went to a wedding party.
Yeah, I mean, and I would say it introduced a lot of people to like the like social anxiety for the first time. Like I had a lot of friends that during quarantine they were like, I don't know what to do with myself. Like I've been stuck inside this house with my significant other and my 2 dogs for months. Like I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know how to spend my time. And then this is where I came in and I was like, hi, I'm a hobby freak and I, occupy my time with menial stupid bullshit that makes me smile.
That's why a lot of things became popular recently too, like anime and manga, like a lot, like that,
Yeah.
like exploded, and then we got like fucking video games. Everyone's been buying consoles and just been playing video games all the time. It's crazy to see. Like I don't know, for our perspective, things turned out for the better.
Yeah.
With like people getting,
with it, yeah.
oh yeah, people finally getting involved with we've been getting involved in all our lives, and then people are just like, wow, this is actually sick. It's like, I will smack every single one of
Yes. Yes. I've been
Wait,
telling you for
anime
years.
has been cool the whole time?
like, yeah,
You're telling me
like
that anime is cool?
It's like, I love Naruto. It's like, you bully me for this.
Yeah,
You bully-
exactly.
You called me a weeb, and not in the good way. How dare you?
I admit I'm a
You
weeb.
like
but in a
anime
good
now?
way.
That transition itself, actually, like that point right there, Bagel, is just like weeb went from a negative connotation to like such a positive thing in like 2 years, and it's like,
Oh yeah, and it's just like,
like
very,
now
spin
I
it.
am proud to be a weeb.
a lot of
Yeah,
girls
I
are just like,
spoil
oh,
weeb all the time.
oh yeah, absolutely. I'm just like, yes, say it again.
I mean, like within us, right? Within us, we understood weeb in a good context, but to like the
Yeah.
general population now, I can call myself a weeb, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm doing well, man. What about you?
I'm flourishing.
I'm flying today.
Sky flying? It all makes sense.
It all makes sense now. Holy shit. There we go. But yeah, what do you have a direction for where you're going right now with your channel? Because I know like you're kind of burnt out
Oh.
on Monster Hunter at the moment, and you probably will hop into it here and there, but
Mhm.
like where do you feel like you're gonna be going from here?
Yeah, that's the big question. Big cookie.
Big cookie.
So I was talking with Bagel about this before, like a couple weeks ago. Like I do need a change, and this is actually a good segue. We'll go into YouTube from here, I think. But like for my channel right now, I know I've burned out on YouTube on Monster Hunter, and that became apparent when I tried speedrunning for a bit, and I'm like, no, this isn't for me. I kind of knew that from the start. It was fun. It's fun as an event, and I'll still do it. I do Xeno percents from time to time for fun, right? But it's not a thing that I could sit down and do multiple times. And that's when I had that conversation a little bit with Bagel that I'm like, yeah, he enjoys it, right? That face enjoys it, right?
Yeah, I love it. I love resetting 5 times
We're
last
not
night
gonna
because
talk
I
about
couldn't get a
yesterday.
green bone.
But yeah, so
Yesterday
like,
was
I started thinking about like, okay, what do I really want to do? Like, what I enjoy that's more repeatable, because Monster Hunter was great for me, but I need something a little more repeatable. And I decided that I'm going to take my content in a direction that is also a little bit less viewer dependent. For me, when I was playing Monster Hunter, I loved having chill sessions, and no offense to anyone like out there who does that sort of content, right? It's great. It's great to be like a chill and chat kind of thing while you play Monster Hunter World or something. But for me, I was just like, I want a little bit more. I want to be able to like do things and keep doing things without having to like start session and be like, I'm worried nobody's gonna join lobby today. It's just gonna be me. What am I gonna do, so to say? So with that, I was like, I'll try to go back to my roots, which is FPS games, and so I've started playing
Pew-pews.
Apex, pews, and I've started playing. This was a big thing for me. I was very scared to do it, only because like I've grown on Monster Hunter quite a bit.
Yeah.
My first YouTube channel grew quite a bit on making tutorials and on starting on Monster Hunter World. I started with like my Insect Life tutorials. Those are the biggest ones that I found, because there were 2 niches that I filled that, again, and this goes to anyone starting a YouTube channel. I guess we can segue here.
Take notes.
When you're trying to start a YouTube channel, you got to focus on what's not there. And I know everyone says that everything is on YouTube, but it's not. There's always something you can fill.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. So when I was growing my YouTube channel, we talked about this before. I started with montages and things like that, and then it kind of dipped when I started playing Monster Hunter. But then I got back to thinking about it, and I'm like, what's missing here? And I took the aspect that I like teaching, so I started making some tutorials. And the one thing that was missing on all the tutorials I saw on YouTube for Monster Hunter World, nobody used mouse to keyboard because the community hated it. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I that's what I said, and I put the first video out on, I think it was Clutch Claw, the Clutch Claw mechanic. Simple one button click, maybe two, like aim and then shoot, but one thing, and people liked it.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Yo, this is a mouse and keyboard tutorial," and I'm like, "Oh my god, wait, people actually want this?" So then I put out my next one, which was the SkySenseivb one, and that took off. So many people were like, A, SkySenseivb is like underrated. Nobody uses it. Nobody talks about it for some reason. And then B, it was a mouse. Whoa. Okay, this is why I loved Skoj when I met him. I'm like, that face.
I'm gonna leave for like the 5th time this podcast. I've left like every podcast so far. Oh my gosh. You know what? Go on. Talk more.
I will keep going. Ignoring that comment. But
say fucking amen.
I can't say anything. I was a glaive maiden for you.
Was not the one that was like broken and
that's
like,
when it came out.
Yep,
yeah.
it was broken.
Yep. I sold the entire game all the way through G.
I picked up Encyclopedia in G recently.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Ariel IG. Goated.
Yep.
All right, go on, Sky. I cut you off with my rude comment
good.
about Encyclopedia.
But so I started that, and that's where my channel started to grow. Like I was like, I'm filling a niche in here, and this was all while I was still in school. So like I was making these videos when I would come home, I would stream from like I'd finish my grad school studies, and for anyone that's in grad school or hasn't done grad school, your time can be a little bit flexible. So I would leave around, I'd get there around 10, I'd leave around 7, I'd get home by 8, I'd stream from 8 to 12ish, and then I would start editing from like 12 to 3ish kind of a thing, and then get up the next day and get back to school by 10. So like that was sort of my schedule for that. It was a lot, kind of crazy.
I cannot do that. That's I need a me time portion. There's like I can't have like 10 minutes of me time. It's done. All right.
To be honest, for me, streaming and especially the YouTube editing, like that was a very much a time when I could be myself and just close myself off from everything else in the world. Like at this point, like my mental health in grad school was not doing well. That's why streaming and YouTube were such a good break for me. It was like I could come home, leave everything from the lab and the school behind, and just do this, just be in a whole different world.
Yep.
So it was a definite change for me, but yeah. So I started making those tutorials. So that's where I kind of grew my YouTube channel. That's where I started going, and Monster Hunter content came in, and then Rise came in, and unfortunate, I made the biggest mistake I think as a YouTuber and a streamer. I think was burning out on a game because I played it too much.
Yep.
I put 400 hours into Rise in like those 3 months that we played. Like I don't even know how many hours during that like 3 months, but like we played the fuck out of that game. Like just
yeah.
I think what happened for me was at least like you said, like it was that I recorded with my recording group, and we stormed through the story within like a few days, and then got to the part where it's just like, oh, there's nothing to do anymore.
Yep. Took me 2 days to finish the game.
Yep.
But that's the thing, is that's how that is a testament to how, because like I don't think this is a Rise is bad statement.
No.
Because if you're still playing, and I'm not accusing you of that. I'm foreshadowing it with a statement. Because putting 200 hours into a video game just in general is amazing.
That's
I barely
lot.
have 100 hours. I barely have 50 hours in most video games, right?
Yeah.
So like even to be able to put 200 to 400 to 600 hours in a video game like Rise is a testament to the enjoyment that is there for the game. world is just what we were all comparing it to. I think that was the biggest problem. We were all wanting the next world, right? Because we had finished that content. We were ready to start a new adventure. We were ready to get into something bigger and grander and more exciting. And Rise just wasn't that. But a lot of us went into it like kind of knowing that, but we didn't really want, like, I knew that, right? Like, I knew that. Yeah. Exactly. Like I was like, Rise isn't going to be that game, you know, but I still wanted it to be, right? I wanted it to be hundreds of hours of content, thousands of hours of content. I wanted it to be enjoyable every single day. And I mean, I still got 200 hours out of it. I wouldn't say playing it was a mistake. I played the shit out of the game. I still do. I'll pick it up every now and then. I'm glad that it's on my Switch, because if I'm sitting in bed, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's grab IG and let's practice what Sky Sensei taught me in the most recent IG video. I legitimately, because I remember when your tutorial for the Insect Glaive came out for Rise, and I watched it like intently. I was like, holy crap, there's a lot to Insect Glaive and Rise, and I really like that. And so I started playing it, and I found it's one of my more comfy weapons, but that's because it has a parry, you know. So
yes, the parry helps so much. I just enjoyed that too much.
Any weapon that has a parry in that game is super comfy to play. Hammer, Insect Glaive, Lance,
Switch Axe.
Switch Axe gets super armor on every move.
Oh, wow.
You know what that means? Dead all the time. So it's a DPS machine. Apparently it's one of the better IL speedrunning weapons. So I'm like, that's fucking cool.
Jeez.
But you just kind of like die all the time.
Just pass away. It's just fucking
yeah, man.
Oh,
if you ain't curtain, you ain't living.
I heard people were like yelling at you because fucking you put so much work into these videos and then you get zero sleep. Not everything's about you, Jal.
I'm one of those people. No, you're right. No, I was one of those people.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Rise came out, like that was the most crazy content. And this is also another life lesson I learned as a for YouTuber life. Like I had no sleep. I think my community knows I got like maybe like 1 to 2 hours max of sleep, like for almost a month. Like it was just this video. We got to stream for 10 to 12 hours. I don't know why I did that. This is why I questioned it. I don't know why I streamed for 10 to 12 hours, but it was just fun to play Rise with everyone. Like it was just so much fun. Yeah. Right. And then after stream, I would edit my videos. So I get the tutorials out whenever and those first like a month when we had like Rise dropping content like every 3 weeks or whatever it was, that was nice. Right. We had content coming out
all the time.
Yeah, and
because I wanted to finish the game that they released unfit. No, it's okay.
Yeah, that's what we wanted. But like, I honestly liked that cycle because it was like, well, there was things to make videos on.
It was fresh.
It was fresh. It was new. There was different things I can make. There were updates. There were more weapons coming out, or like more like levels to the weapons. It was like it was really good for my YouTube channel. That's what I was enjoying. And then after that, like that 3-month period, I think when the game was quote unquote complete, everything just like went downhill from there in that sense. And I realized that I had burnt myself out. Now I have to play everything that I've already played for hours and hours for the next 2 years, and I'm like, oh my
god,
happen.
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
so like
it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. What do you guys think is gonna happen? Like I for me, can I say my part real quick?
Sure, yeah, go for it. I mean, you asked us a question and then decided to answer it yourself, which is fine.
Because I got excited about my own question. I'm like, oh, I have an answer to this
all the time. I'm sorry, I'm an asshole. Go on, Skull. Yeah, tell us the thing that you're excited about. It'll give me a chance to think.
Fuck you.
I love you, buddy.
I love you too. I don't know. I feel like there's gonna be we're gonna have the PC release when it comes out. Like I don't know when that's coming out next year, sometime. Then
February 1 is my guess. Go on.
Sometimes move along. I feel like we're probably gonna be getting like the G rank portion of the game, probably like the way what they did with Iceborne, like the same year that it came out in PC, kind of thing. Wasn't it the same year? No.
It's a year later.
Oh no.
Or was it like half a year?
No, it was a year later.
It's a year
later. No, you're right. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Well, it was 8 months later. Was it 8 months? Oh, I'm googling it.
But no, I feel like we're gonna have like G-Rank around the same
I think I'm mixing it up in my head with like
Fine.
the PlayStation release versus the PC release.
Okay, so World came out January 26, 2018. PC came out. No, when? What? It
PC
says
was
early
delayed, wasn't it?
2022. It's not even 2022. What's happening here?
What?
What is this
It
man
came out.
Googling?
It came out. Was it August 9th? Yes, there it was. That's right. It came out the day after my birthday in 2018. So it came out August 9th, 2018. It came. World came to PC.
Why are they waiting a year for Rise?
Because, and we know this.
Nintendo?
This is a fact. Nintendo purchased a year of exclusivity on their platform. They flat out spent like it was like some astronomically stupid number to have exclusivity for a year.
Yep.
That's smart. On Nintendo's part, I guess, because annoying for us, but smart for them.
It is smart for them. Like we can't blame them.
Well, yeah, it sold consoles and it sold copies of the game.
Yeah.
It sold
Yeah.
consoles to people that weren't going to get the console. Like they're legitimately like
That's
a lot
me.
of speedrunners that I know just
That's me.
bought and Sky bought a Switch because Rise was coming to it
Yep.
exclusively.
Oh, that's fucking smart. I hate it.
That's
I
the
used
thing though. Like I used to say I hate it, but then I also think about like if I was on the other end, if I
No,
was
exactly.
on their
That's why I'm
end,
just
and
like,
I
I
could
would-
see the business model. Like
I would totally do
this
that.
is
yeah,
this is what you were thinking, Skoy. So Iceborne came out September 6th, 2019, a year later after the PC release of World.
Yeah.
that was
So
only on the
PC release
PlayStation.
was, and that was
Or
only
the
on the
console.
PlayStation
Consoles.
and their Xbox One,
No,
correct? And then
so
it came
this-
out on PC January 9th, 2020.
Oh my gosh. So
I
does
remember that
mean...
one because that's my birthday.
Hey.
So we if they follow the same trend, we could expect Iceborne to come out a year after it comes out on PC. Excuse me, Iceborne. What the fuck?
G-Rank.
G-Rank of
Rise, G.
Rise coming out on Switch a year after it comes out on PC. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think we'll get G-Rank the same time it releases on PC.
I think so too.
I think we'll see a
Do we
G-Rank
want to talk
next
about
year.
leaks and stuff?
What?
Because there was a leak, but I don't know. It's unconfirmed too, so maybe we shouldn't.
I don't, because I know what you're talking about, and it wasn't a
Yeah.
leak. It was a malicious attack on Capcom's internal server, which also put a
Exactly.
lot of people's personal information at expense, and I don't condone that behavior. So I haven't
let's
been
not talk
talking
about
about that malicious attack on data.
We can talk about it off
or anything
podcast.
that made it
It's not even a leak.
We can talk about it
so
off podcast, yeah, sure. And if you guys want to go ahead and look it up, by all means do. But yeah,
Wow. Yeah, that's scary.
not a comfy one, unfortunately.
No.
Mhm.
Oh man. What do you think is gonna happen, Sky? Do you think it's around the same thing, or it's gonna be like we're gonna get G-Rank
Yeah.
at the same time, or?
I am expecting at least a year. That's just based on how Iceborne was. I'm expecting at least a year. Right, we'll get Rise on the PC. I am honestly, my expectations is nothing new is going to be added. I just don't see anything new being added besides because they have all the collaboration events right now that's going on console. I'm expecting PC to not even launch with that stuff. I'm expecting that Nintendo still wants those on their console exclusively, just the same way
I
Sony
don't
did.
think they'll even. Well, but that's the
That's
thing
just-
too, is that all of these collaborations have been Capcom IPs, so Nintendo actually can't say shit about them. Whereas like previously, like we got collaborations with like, let's say Metroid.
Horizon. Oh yeah.
That's a Nintendo IP.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh was Konami IP. Crap, there were so many other things like on the DS because they had a lot more control back then. Because it was only going to be on the one platform, so Nintendo was like, "Yes, by all means, like we'll do collaboration events with our IPs with your game." But
Fair.
now I don't think that's going to be the case, especially because all of the collaboration events, like one just got announced, and it's a costume for your pal Moot for Rush Coil from Mega Man, a Capcom IP.
Yeah.
And then the one before that, Amaterasu. Is that the dog's name?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, from Okami.
Okami.
These are all Capcom x Capcom.
All
I
Capcom
think that's
IPs.
smart that they did that.
That
So
is
then they could
actually,
just
yeah.
move it to PC without having to worry about being.
I guarantee you, they wanted to do collaborative, IP stuff with Nintendo, but Nintendo didn't want their IPs leaving the Switch
Mhm.
because
That's probably a good way to put it.
always name one thing that is Nintendo that is not on a Nintendo console. I'll wait. YouTube comments, YouTube, internet, prove me wrong.
Straight there, like there's none.
Jal's ready to
I
fight.
can't think
He's
of
just
a
like,
damn thing.
let's go.
No.
Even the Metroid project that was going on got a cease and desist.
Wow.
Right, there's a Prime project that was going on for years, and with Metroid Dread coming out, Nintendo finally sent the cease and desist.
Wow.
Pokemon Showdown, time after time again gets cease and desist. I don't know how they dodge those. I honestly don't know how Showdown's still running to this day.
Jesus. What? This is so
It's insane.
weird. This is
But
insane.
think about it. I cannot think of a single Nintendo IP that is not on a Nintendo owned property.
Mm.
Yep.
There's not a single Nintendo game is on Steam. Sonic is not a Nintendo IP. I don't know why I thought of that.
I was like, wait a minute.
Blur, he's on Xbox and on my computer. Oh, he can't be Nintendo.
No.
But
yeah.
I guarantee you that was their strategy. So I don't know, because I don't think it's going to follow the same release window as Iceborne, as World, because with World, when we had event updates, it wasn't just one quest. It was a seasonal event update. It came with like 6 or 7 or 8 different new event quests, new things to grind for, new cosmetics, like all this stuff, because we were getting them every 3 months. But it was solidly a month or 2 worth of content. Like there was stuff to do there. Now, one quest.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, our release window is one quest. Cool, that's fine. You're setting the expectation for us, and we appreciate that. That will all come out when the game releases on PC. It has to. There's no reason for it to not be stretched like this. The reason they're stretching it now is because they want to extend the longevity of the game. When it comes to PC, just it being on PC will not extend the longevity of the game.
No.
Like, there are a lot of people that I've been talking to that have been saying that they are not buying it on PC. I will.
Yeah.
I might.
Because I'm insane.
I still
Because
think I really want to try it on that.
I want to review it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the only reason I'm getting it. I want to put myself in that financial decision to just do it to help other people make the financial decision for themselves.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee there would be a significant drop in what we would think is like resale for that, right? Because like I bought a PlayStation and World and Iceborne all on a PlayStation, right? And then I did it again on
all
PC.
platforms. Yeah.
So like, because I knew the game I knew it was good. I knew it was there, and I wanted to do it again, and I wanted it on PC. If Rise ends up being that, which my only thing that I'm hoping out for on the PC release is a texture upgrade, just a graphic.
It probably will be. Didn't they do that in World when it came to PC?
Well, so there was the high resolution texture pack, but it used the same elements that already exist. I expect an entire rehaul and reskin of.
Also,
texture.
it was late.
Much.
They didn't have that one till Iceborne came out. So like when the base game came to PC, it was just the same thing.
Yeah, it was like literally the same game.
Oh gosh, Iceborne release on PC was a nightmare.
Anything that releases on PC is a nightmare that comes from Capcom.
Well, because it's just
isn't
like
Resident Evil.
It was a nightmare. Like, for me, it worked just fine, but for a lot of people, there was like endless crashes. There was just like
I wasn't playing online, so I didn't have any problems either.
Oh, okay, that's what I meant mostly. There was like a lot of crashes and a lot of things going on that they couldn't control, and they didn't know how to, and they had to go through this like whole thing to be able to make it run. And I'm just like, no,
not me.
Some of those are still there to this day. I think they just never got fixed.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I've never experienced a problem with the game ever in my life, ever. The game runs perfectly with zero problems. The world is infallible. Nothing wrong ever happens, and everything happens entirely as intended and programmed, and perfect.
Did you have any issues when you were doing your multiplayer speedrun?
No.
Wait, didn't they? Okay, there were some quests that they broke at some point. I remember this. You ranting on Twitter. There was something about offline.
You're talking about yes. Okay, so they broke that with the last update of the game.
Yes.
So
yes.
when they made all of the event quests available with the last update for World, when they said that this is the last update for World and we'll never update the game ever again for maybe some minor bug fixes and stuff like that, they made every event quest available and somehow turned off being able to complete deliveries when you were playing in offline mode.
Mm-hmm.
So for like a month, I had to do speedruns either A, without Camp 17, which is a minute time loss, or B, online, which is also a minute time loss. So we were in this really weird situation with the speedrun where we thought that it was impossible to world record ever again because you were just always playing a minute down, and I was like this close to quitting. I almost said fuck it to world speedrunning, and then they fixed it.
Yeah,
they like tweeted out, they're like, yeah, there's a problem with offline mode, we're gonna look into that now. And I'm like, I did my part, I reported the bug. You're welcome, internet. It was all me. I was pissed. I was livid. I think I tweeted about it like 6 or 7 times.
I remember that. Like I saw all those tweets, and like you were every day we were talking about it.
I don't think I really knew you at the time.
Nah, probably not. Yeah, Skoy and I met each other like last week or something.
When's the
I just met you. Want to start
guys?
a podcast? It's like, yeah, let's just...
Cool. There's already 4 episodes. Huh? How?
What'd you do?
No, but
can I ask something completely different here?
Whoa.
No.
It might dive off.
No.
Absolutely not.
What made you guys want to do a podcast?
Didn't we say no? Skoy asked me.
Oh.
Skoy DM'd me and was like, do you want to start a podcast? And I read that message like 4 or 5 times in like a 10-minute time span, thinking about like, did he DM the right person? I had no idea if that was meant for me.
No,
and I said, hell yeah, dude.
No, it was meant for someone else. I just like I realized
you're stuck with me now, kid.
Too late now. I guess I messaged him. He's gonna see it. I back out now. It's gonna be too late
now. Yeah, but like but yeah, like Skoy messaged me about it, and I've been wanting to start a podcast for years.
Yeah.
But really haven't, put the effort into doing that because it's really hard for me to make time for anything because full-time job and trying to stream as much as I can, and then I don't have time for anything anymore. And Skoy was like, I mean, we can like divvy up the work and like stuff like that, and like this is kind of like what I'm thinking, and I'm like, yeah, this is like what I would want to do with it, and we kind of ironed out the differences that way, right? But it's just kind of like a testament on something that I always try to remind myself whenever I reach out to someone is that hey, they want to reach out and collaborate with you as much as you want to with them.
Yeah.
There's like literally no harm in asking, and Skoy has been like a testament to that, and like teaching me that like just ask. What's the harm in it?
Like the worst thing you guys are no, and it's just like okay.
Rejection.
That's something that I really want to. I'm trying to take off of you too. Both of you guys reach out really well. I think like Bagel as well. Even for our 4-man that we did, like that Phasmo night, like that was you. That was Bagel.
Yeah.
No.
That was my dumb idea. I don't do that. I even said in stream that this was my idea. Right? I don't know. I knew that you guys
reached out for Phasmo.
I know. Well, because like I don't like playing World with people.
Yeah.
Just in general, I don't like playing World, like in open lobbies. I don't. Because like what Skoy was saying, or Skoy was Sky.
Hello?
Both of your names start with SK and end with a Y noise. This is breaking me. But this is what Sky said earlier, which is why I've been able to keep up with Monster Hunter, because my content isn't dependent on viewer participation. Mine is almost entirely speedrunning. So like I have my goal for the day. But I 100% agree with what Sky was saying earlier, which was when you have open lobbies and you are a very goals-oriented kind of person, that just kind of comes with the territory of being, you know, ADD or ADHD or borderline on that matter. It's a spectrum. Which I'm not making any claims about you, Sky, but I am making a claim about myself.
No.
But I'm a very goals-oriented kind of person, and when I just sit down and go, okay, open lobby, I am bored almost all the time.
Yep.
And so like the last open lobby that I did, I said that I'm not going to do these anymore. I have been bored all stream. Like I have fun, sure, but it's not top fun, right? You want to leave every stream with top fun. And
Like
I just didn't have that anymore.
The speedrunning stuff like is always exciting in the end. It's exciting for us too when we watch it. It's
just I need something to work on that there is a goal in mind.
Yeah.
Because if I don't have that, then like I'm not really doing anything, and I feel like I've wasted my time.
That's how I felt like.
I can go and join like other people's open lobbies, but like doing my own just doesn't feel right.
That's what I felt like with World and Rise. I've had a few people ask me, it's like, oh, when are you hopping back into World, or when are you hopping back into Rise? I'm like,
never.
Well, it's not never, but like I don't
see Bagel's answer.
Yeah, there's no goal for me in that anymore. For me, at least, there's like I'm just for Rise for right now for myself. I'm waiting till all the updates and everything are done, like for the calendar that we have so far, and then I'm just gonna blast through it in one stream and then not touch it again.
Never again.
Realistically, you could do that. You'll probably finish before that stream ends.
Exactly.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You will.
But like
it's six event quests. Like, what are you gonna do?
For me, as someone who makes content on the Twitch platform, I want to make something that's exciting, that it gives me a lot to do, and that like people will love to see and want to be involved with. And like World, I've pretty much finished everything. For me, it's not exciting, so the viewers they can see that. They can see that it's not exciting for you.
Yep.
And with recently getting back into Monster Hunter for myself, I've been getting into GU, which is a shit ton of content that I didn't realize was there. Like I had a few of my friends that were reaching out to me and saying, there is so much you're missing out on. You have no idea. I'm like, that can't be that much. No, there's like hidden quests behind hidden quests behind hidden quests. There's villager requests. There's like fucking everything. I was like, what the?
It's built like an MMO where you have to like talk to everyone on the side and do new quest lines. And then you like actually get real things out of it. Like getting Hayabusa Feather in that game is like a task.
Yeah.
And it's rewarding because Hayabusa is also like, you know, OP high rank gear, but
oh yeah, and that's why I've been like enjoying Monster Hunter again. It's because it's just like I have a goal in mind. This is what I wanted to do. This is where we're going towards today. This is where we're like our progress is going. So this
is what I'm doing today.
Yeah.
It's important to have that for streams.
It is. No, it really is. You need a direction.
Unless you are just chatting. Like
yeah, that's fine.
And some people are really successful with that. Like Sarah, right? I love hanging out in her streams when she's just kind of dicking around in open lobbies, but it's just kind of like a just chatting session. It's always fun.
Peaches stream is
too.
Literally so comfy, and whatever she plays, I don't think anyone cares what she plays. It's just we're there to chat and vibe.
Yeah, and that's like what the intent. Like, what is your intent of your content? We had that conversation with Sarah too. Like, what's the intent of your content? Like, are you trying to play the game with a goal in mind and trying to achieve that goal, or are you just dicking around and playing the game? And the streamer has to want to do that too, right? You can't stream what you don't want to do.
Yeah. Bringing that all around, like if we can bring that back to YouTube, so like
bring that back to YouTube.
This was a whole tangent, but we came back to that idea.
That's not how segues work, but go on.
Full circle.
Between the three of us, we've never seen a segue in our entire life.
Isn't a segue just kind of like, well, it's a seesaw?
It's that scooter thing. It's the two-wheeled scooter thing that you stand on, you can't fall off of because it's balanced. It's a segue.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it
gets you from point A to point B.
Mm-hmm.
So Sky was gonna say something about YouTube.
Yep.
I was gonna say something. Hopefully that thought hasn't left me. I was gonna say, like, coming back to like all of Rise content just like slowing down for us, and my YouTube slowing down as well. Like I haven't put out a lot of videos, but as when I had that conversation, just what we just talked about, like we need a goal. I need a goal that I can work on things and also have stuff for my YouTube. Now, balancing both Twitch and YouTube has been a mission on its own. I gotta say, like once people get used to a stream schedule, it's A, hard to change, right? B, you also get used to it. You're like, I like putting out this much content that I do, and streams are a fun content, but balancing YouTube and YouTube is important for me, primarily since my channel has grown, right? Just from a financial point of view, it is supporting me more than Twitch.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, well, I've got to balance that because it's important for me, but it's also something that I like to do. But I've also have this like comfort zone that I stream this much and I don't want to change that. I don't want to make it seem like I'm not putting as much effort into my streams. So when my YouTube content dipped, which was really after that Rise content kind of like stopped growing and Rise interest kind of slowed down, I put a lot more effort back into my streams, but I've really been rethinking what I'm doing. So this brings us back around to the question, like I guess my direction. Like I've sort of changed to FPS gaming on Twitch right now, but with that, I haven't solidified that. Like I don't know. Whenever Monster Hunter comes out, if there's a new Monster Hunter game, maybe I'll get addicted to that. Monster Hunter 6, who knows when that's going to come out? Whatever, right? Maybe I'll change again, but I've kind of decided that I have a goal with FPS games, so I started a second YouTube channel, and I talked to a lot of YouTubers about this before I did this, and it was the biggest fear for me was if I put a different type of content on my YouTube channel right now, is it going to like screw up my channel for like the algorithm and stuff? Like, will people get recommended my videos anymore and stuff like that? And a lot of YouTubers said, like, if you're changing like a big genre, just make another channel.
Yeah.
Don't experiment on a channel that's working, even if it's not like succeeding right now. Try something new, completely new on a different channel, unless you've like sort of decided going forward you're never going to return to that.
Yeah.
And so for me, tutorials have been sort of my focus for my YouTube channel. So I was like, you know what? I enjoy making them. Like I will put 10 to 15 hours into a video, you know, and I'm perfectly happy. That's my comfort zone. That's my space. I want to do it. What game I'm going to do next, I don't know. Well, actually, I do know now. I kind of decided I'm going to do New World, which is
Hell yeah,
MMO game, and
good.
It's something that I want to try. It looks exciting. I'm very excited.
That's Amazon's MMO, right? Amazon Games MMO.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks very, very.
A lot of people had fears for because it's like Amazon Games.
And the game itself is super ambitious. It's like a living, breathing ecosystem and economy, and it requires player interaction and server growth. It's
with good graphics.
With good good graphics. Like I'd say like Skyrim level graphics.
Yeah. Like
Skyrim's a 10-year-old game.
It's been remastered 4 times. And it still has glitches.
We like the glitches, all right?
I know. I think they're aware of that too. This is like, people like it broken. All right, we're gonna just keep.
To be honest, I don't think it would have done as well if the glitches weren't there.
Yeah. No, people listen. Skyrim's a game that people play with the console commands open all the time. Yes. Why play any other way?
Absolutely. All right. I need to get going. Okay.
Yeah, Sko's got to go. Sko's going to do it to us this week.
I'm doing it to you this week. I don't know if there's any more you guys want to talk about, or
no. That really covers it. I think. So hold on, Sky. When does New World come out?
9 days.
Come out.
8 days.
9 days. Oh my god, that's too soon. Well, the next time that we have you on, that's what we'll talk about, and like that'll be to talk about.
I will fully explore that game so I can give you a good review on it.
Hell yeah.
An honest review.
And I need to learn some tricks and tips from the sensei himself.
Hell yeah.
Thank you,
Alrighty
Sky,
then.
for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so
Thank
much.
you for having me.
It was an
It was
absolute
wonderful.
blast. Yeah, it was an absolute blast talking with you.
Make sure you follow Sky on all the social medias, like Twitter, and go give him a follow on Twitch and YouTube. Check out his tutorials in Rise, in World, his content for BRs. I mean, we didn't even talk about, Apex at all, but we'll another time.
Another time, I guess.
Thank you so much again for hanging out with us, Sky. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
It was fun.
Yeah. Much love to you. Much love to you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for listening if you're on Spotify. And we'll see you all in the next one. All right. Goodbye.
Loves and kisses. Bye-bye.
It's going to sound weird on audio.
Damn straight it is.
All right.